Half-Life 1 came out 28 years ago in 1998, first on the PC and then later on the PS2. In this world, you play as Gordon Freeman, a scientist working at the Black Mesa Research Facility. Only today is not a normal day at the office, because after a science experiment goes wrong, a gateway to another dimension opens on Earth, and an alien species is now invading the planet. The story follows Gordon as he tries to escape the facility, fighting many of the different types of aliens like the head crabs, bull squids, hound eyes, and vortigons. On top of that, you also fight against a special military unit called the Hazardous Environment Combat Unit. Their mission is to eliminate the scientists and any witnesses and cover up the incident from the public. Thankfully, Gordon has had some basic combat training, and throughout his journey he acquires a wide range of weapons, and to stay alive he also wears his iconic hazard suit, which protects him from radiation and physical damage. What truly set this game apart was how it changed the industry. It ditched the cliché gaming tropes like the use of cutscenes and level-to-level game design, and instead it utilized environmental storytelling and a seamless world design that is so well done it still holds up till this day. The game was praised for its graphics, gameplay, and narrative. It has won over 50 awards, sold over 9 million copies, and is widely considered one of the most influential video games ever made. Lost Planet came out 20 years ago in 2006, first on the Xbox 360 and later on PC and PS3. In this world, Earth has become too hostile to inhabit because of war and pollution, and now a megacorporation called Navek wants to colonize the planet EDN-3, which is in the middle of a brutal ice age. But the only thing in their way are the aggressive insectoid species that live on the planet called Acrid. To stand a chance against the aliens, humanity created the Vital Suits, which are piloted mech suits that run off of thermal energy. You play as Wayne Holden, a soldier trying to stop Navek and the Acrid so the rest of humanity has a chance to survive. The game includes 11 missions taking you all over the snowy planet, fighting your way through the Acrid aliens, Navek soldiers, and rebel snow pirates. To endure the harsh environment, you must harvest thermal energy from your enemies to survive. The game equips you with a wide variety of guns and grenades, but the real fun comes from piloting the Vital Suits themselves. There are many types of suits in the game, all with different physical capabilities and customizable weapons. The game was praised for its cinematic action, scale, and atmosphere, but some fans were not too fond of the clunky controls and unfair difficulty spikes. Still, it earned solid reviews and became a cult classic still playable today. Hitman Blood Money came out 20 years ago, in 2006, on the PC, PS2, Xbox, and Xbox 360. The story follows Agent 47, a genetically cloned assassin working for the International Contract Agency. Your job is to take down the franchise, a rival organization threatening to put an end to the ICA, and also obtain the cloning technology that created Agent 47. The game consists of 13 missions, taking you all over the United States and a few other countries. Before each mission, you're given a briefing on who your targets are. Here, you plan your loadout, choosing which weapons and gadgets to bring. You could also buy additional intel on your targets to help you in your run. Each level is a unique sandbox, allowing you to approach your mission any way you want. You can use disguises to blend in, manipulate the environment to set up accidents and traps, or go loud as soon as you step into the building. At the end of each mission, you're evaluated on your performance, rewarding you based on your speed, technique, and execution. Hitman Blood Money revolutionized the stealth genre with the new systems and mechanics it brought to the table. The level design and gameplay is complex and open-ended, giving the players a sense of freedom and creativity you couldn't find anywhere else. The game received good reviews from its time and is considered one of the best Hitman games in the series. Freedom Fighters came out 23 years ago, in 2003, on PS2, Xbox, GameCube, and PC. The game is set in an alternate timeline, where the Soviet Union is the strongest nation in the world after using nuclear weapons to end World War II. You play as Christopher Stone, a plumber working in New York with your brother Troy. But while out on the job, the Soviet Union launched a surprise invasion of the United States, and now you're caught in the middle of it all. Thankfully, you escape the attack with a group of resistance fighters trying to liberate New York, and you quickly join their ranks. The game is broken into 8 chapters as you take on multiple missions to dismantle the Soviet forces and recapture key locations in the city. Each mission area is a semi-open zone, letting you choose which objectives you want to complete first. As you level up, you earn charisma points that let you recruit resistance fighters to your squad. You can command your squad of up to 12 soldiers to follow you, attack enemies, or hold positions, turning each mission into a mix of third-person shooting and light tactical gameplay. Freedom Fighters received decent reviews at the time for its story, graphics, and squad-based tactical action. And while it may not be the most influential game ever made, it was still an underrated title from the past that many people continue to adore today. Mass Effect 1 came out 19 years ago, in 2007, first on the Xbox 360, and later on the PC and PS3. The game is set in the Milky Way galaxy in the year 2183. Civilization now consists of many advanced alien species and technology is at its peak. You play as Commander Shepard, an elite human soldier tasked with locating a rogue agent who wants to bring back an ancient race called the Reapers, with the sole purpose of purging the galaxy of all intelligent life. Gameplay in Mass Effect blends third-person shooting with RPG mechanics. Throughout the game, you explore different planets, space stations, and alien worlds, while completing missions and recruiting squad members who fight alongside you. Commander Shepard has access to a variety of weapons and powerful biotic skills. During battles, you can also command your squad to use their different abilities and weapons. As you level up, you can invest your points into things like proficiency with your guns or more charisma to increase your dialogue choices. Outside of combat, the game focuses heavily on dialogue and decision making, letting you shape Shepard's personality and influence how the story unfolds. The game is packed with content, and doing all the main and side missions take an upward of 50 hours to complete. Mass Effect set the standard for story-driven RPGs. Its deep world building and memorable characters earned widespread praise from both critics and players. The game's combination of exploration, combat, and player choice made it stand out at the time and helped establish it as one of the most iconic RPGs of the 2000s. Prototype came out 19 years ago, in 2009, on the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. The game takes place in New York City, where a mysterious viral outbreak has turned most of the area into a quarantined war zone. The virus is called the Blacklight virus, a bioengineered agent that causes mutations in the living cells of its host. You play as Alex Mercer, a man who wakes up in the morgue of a science lab with no memory of who he is. But as you try to escape, you are hunted down by soldiers, only to find out you have superhuman abilities. The game is made up of 31 main story missions as you try to unravel the truth about Alex's past and the origin of the Blacklight virus. Gameplay is built around fast-paced, open-world action. Players can freely explore New York by running up buildings, gliding through the air, and jumping across rooftops. As Alex Mercer, you possess a wide range of shape-shifting powers that let you transform your arms into deadly weapons like claws, blades, and hammers. All your abilities can be upgraded using points you earn from doing story missions and the side activities scattered around the city. Prototype received positive reviews at the time for its brutal combat, open-world design, and satisfying gameplay, and as a result, it became one of the most recognized action games of the 2000s. Red Faction Guerrilla came out 17 years ago, first on the PS3 and Xbox 360, and then later on the PC. The game takes place on the planet Mars in the year 2125. The Earth Defense Force, or EDF for short, is a powerful mining corporation that has taken over Mars and its people. You play as Alec Mason, a miner who arrives on the Red Planet looking for work and a new life. You meet up with your brother Dan, who is a member of a rebel group called the Red Faction. But while out on a mission, Dan is taken out by the EDF, which leads Alec to join the resistance group to fight back against the corporation and liberate Mars. Gameplay in Red Faction Guerrilla focuses on open-world combat and large-scale destruction. The game is set across several regions of Mars where players complete missions, sabotage EDF operations, and weaken their hold on the planet. As you progress, you take on different objectives, like destroying propaganda towers, raiding enemy bases, rescuing prisoners, and supporting resistance fighters across the map. Players have access to a variety of weapons, explosives, and vehicles, but the real standout feature is the Geomod destruction system, which allows buildings and structures to collapse realistically piece by piece. Instead of just fighting enemies, many missions encourage you to strategically bring down bridges, factories, and military outposts to disrupt EDF control. Red Faction Guerrilla received favorable reviews at release for its satisfying combat and innovative destruction mechanics. And while the game had some flaws that many players like to point out, you can't deny the fact that blowing stuff up is simply just fun.